bonuses of the promotion.
That is so funny.
That's on you. Oh, it is on me.
Hey, Maria.
Hey, Lisa.
We are going to have a wonderful episode today. We're going to talk with Yvana Osborne from the Marshfield Media Center. We talk about Marshfield Media almost every episode.
We sure do.
And we're going to talk about why media, nonprofit, what the services are. Cannot wait to jump in that. I'm going to shut up. Let's get started. All right. So Maria, let's get started with this. And I want to introduce you again to Yvana Osborne from Marshfield Community Media.
Who has been absolutely such a great resource in pretty much every podcast we mention Marshfield Community Media. Yvana, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I want to know, first of all, how does it feel to be in the chair, the hot chair?
It's not my favorite thing. I'm more of like a behind the scenes person, but so far it's comfy. I like it.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
So I'd love to know what your role is here at Marshfield Community Media. What do you do? How long have you done it? Where'd you go to school? All that.
So I'm the production manager here at Marshfield Community Media, which basically just means that I manage all of the productions that we do here. So Marshfield Community Media is a resource to the town where we are a public access station. Most public access stations fall under the PEG category, meaning public, education, and government. So we cover public, which is membership, like Lisa and Maria, the diversity duo where you sign up. We teach you how to use all of the media equipment, and you can put on a show that is, based on your own schedule, kind of like a hobby, or you can use it for promotion for your businesses. The education branch is covering all of the town education events like sports. We do live sports, and we cover like National Honor Society awards and graduation. And then there's government, which is the transparent government branch of public access, where we cover all of the important government meetings in town so that people who can't get to the meetings know exactly what's happening in town. Even town meeting, which can go multiple nights, and we do that live, and it's a little bit of everything, but we make sure that the town and the community is informed, basically.
And this is my town, and sometimes those meetings get spicy.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, no, we have some very live debate
Yeah.
here in Marshfield.
That's the thing about...
watching.
Yeah. Even if you're not from Marshfield, you
For
can tune in.
entertainment. Yes, absolutely. Great.
That's the thing about like Massachusetts in this area. We have the town meeting format, which is not. I just learned recently that it does not happen in other states and other regions of the country. So it's true democracy. People can get up and talk about, if they don't like an article or they don't want something to pass, or if they do, and it's just an open platform. And
That's amazing. That's
is.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yvana, I often wonder, what is there a misconception about doing shows like this? I can tell you from our experience that, we had a lot to learn, and you were so gracious with your time teaching us from the setup to the right cameras to the right lighting. What are some of the misconceptions that you come across about doing such programming?
I think I always have to explain to people that it's as easy as you make it. Not that it's not difficult. Like, we've run into certain things, setting up for this show. But sometimes people, they want to get information out to the world, but they make it super complicated. Yeah. And it doesn't always have to be a Hollywood production. That would be nice. If we had cinema cameras and Spielberg was here directing, that would be great. But I think the great thing about public access is that you can get your information out there. It is work. You have to do the editing. You have to, if you have guests on your show, you have to do the research of like who you're talking to. You don't want to just, sit down and blab. You want to talk about something.
Right.
So that is another
Misconception?
Misconception, sorry. That sometimes people have these grand ideas, and then when I explain to them like, hey, and now this is the part where you edit the show. We lose them.
Right.
Sometimes they have all of this footage and, I mean, the other great thing about Marshfield Community Media is that we're also a production services company. So we will produce content for you if you don't want to learn or you don't want like that side hustle or hobby. But yeah, it's work. So people don't realize that. But it can be fun and it can be easy if you make it easy.
And I think so you and I met with the South Shore Bank, South Shore Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
Had a cohort. So shout out to Joanne Tully and group for putting that together.
Class
and we
of
were
24.
The class of 24. And we were in the cohort that and when I first heard what you did for a living and about Marshfield community, I was surprised there were openings. I can remember saying to you, like, when could I get in? Like, how could I think about doing a commercial for my business? I think that's where I started was, like, how can I promote my business? And our podcast is about procurement and supplier diversity and small business entrepreneurship. And how do we weave all of those things together?
No, but I think what you're saying is valuable. It like sets the scene, because otherwise people are like, she met her and then she was like, what? Can I come in and,
No, it's true. So we met and we talked about the offerings that Marshfield Media has. And I want to make sure that entrepreneurs, especially solo entrepreneurs, are really hearing this. We had the pleasure, Marie and I, of knowing each other, knowing our personalities were pretty niche together, okay? But even without that, the ability to come in and ask for your assistance in creating short clips, right? Like, how many short clips do you do for the cleaners, like the cleaner down the street?
I would say not that many in that format right now.
Okay.
We do work with the Marshfield Chamber, and they have a show where they send us out to businesses and we get to know the local businesses.
Very cool.
But besides that, it's hard to get those businesses in the studio on their own. So we can make clips or teach people how to make those commercials and things like that. But right now, membership is very low. We make most of our money through production services and fundraising. So I know Marshfield or MCM is like a lot of other public access stations in the area where we had to switch over to production services. So we kind of, even like when we talk to people like in networking and stuff, it's like, I work for a production company, Also, we're public access, but production company. Because that's where the money is. And even then, it's not like we charge like, Hollywood prices. It's just where the money is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, it's where the skill, right? To me, that's the most difficult part. And that is the piece that I was surprised about. We put this podcast together. We thought, oh my God, what cord goes with which mic, with which camera and all of that. That's just the start. And I don't want to discourage anybody from doing this because I think this has been really fun and wonderful. And I think it's becoming impactful. But it is, once it's done, nobody's going to know that just 2 minutes ago I made a big mistake and now we've moved on to it. And that's thanks to Elijah being able to put that together. So for me, kind of the goal for today is make contributions to local community media, right, wherever you are.
Yeah.
Right? Show up at your media company and meet Yvana's.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
And say, what can you do for my business and how can you help me promote? I'm going to an event, you're going to events. I drop thousands of dollars to go to these events where I could be promoting through clips.
Right.
I'm not downplaying an event. It's important, but
Or even a clip for the event, advertising the event.
There you
I
go.
didn't think about that.
That's the thing. Media is intertwined into everything we do, but people don't think about that. They don't see the value in it. We go to a lot of networking things as well, like me and the rest of the staff, and it's basically just there in a nice way, letting people know that we're valuable, which kind of, it's tiring, to be honest. You know, you have like business owners and lawyers and
Right.
you know, and that's fine, but then there's us and we're just as valuable because
Right.
maybe
Right.
we can promote that
Right.
law firm or the local business. So it's always that constant fight of like, hey, I know we look small, but we could help you and we're valuable. And, you know, if you put in the effort, media can be intertwined into everything you do.
And going back to what you said, being small and valuable, but you also, this is your area of expertise. This is what you do.
Yeah.
And that has an incredible value.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have a question, right? You are a product of Bridgewater State University,
Yes.
and you study television production,
Mhm.
videography, editing. If you were able to go back to your student days, what message would you give to yourself way back then?
Oh, I would definitely tell myself to like go harder, like full force.
Nice.
Because I was always, I mean, but also when you're in college, you're 18 years old.
Yes.
You don't know what you want to do
Yeah.
Right.
once you hit, you know, you don't know where your life is going. But I had to make that decision to like switch over to communications in the first place. I was studying like physical therapy type classes because I was like, oh, all of my like cousins and friends seem to be going into the medical field. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, I'll make some money, but also like I want to help people. I like nurturing people and helping people. So it just seemed like the right thing to do. But there was always that thing in the back of my head, like, you really like TV, you really like making videos, and I just didn't think it could be a real job. But now that I'm older and I see like the next generation coming up and they just go full force, even before like college, we have high school interns who, you know, they already know what they want to do and they're already full force in media. They're going to be way ahead of what I was at 18 or even 22 when I graduated college. And that also, I mean, on a personal level, I'm always just a little like put your toe in first and see if it's going to work. But like if I had just gone for it,
Right,
maybe
right.
by now I would have been doing bigger productions, or I might have experienced more media, and then you bring that back to the community media and you never know, maybe things wouldn't be like they are today. Not that they're bad, but
Yep.
you know what I mean?
What piece are you missing the most? Like, what do you wish
Yeah.
you had jumped into?
It's kind of a hard question because media is always like, it's hands-on and you learn as you go. But maybe like the production part of it, like I wish I knew more about like camera work and like using cool like gimbals or like Steadicam.
Yeah.
Even like the producer side of it, which I do a little bit more of now that I'm production manager with MCM, but even just like being better at like scheduling and like interacting with people. I'm very introverted, so I'm an introvert with an extroverted job. So like I'm learning now, like when we go to networking things and I'm like, or I have to book something with a client, or I have to book something with a business and I'm like, hey, I have to, you know, cold call? Yeah, like cold call someone like, hey, we're a production team and we can make a video for you. Like maybe when I was younger, if I had worked on that, I wouldn't be like struggling now in my 30s, like to just talk to someone who's just a person, you know?
Right.
That's the thing. I have to always remind myself, like, people are just people like everybody else.
I also think there's this piece of nobody knows what you know. And to me, that was the piece that I found most enticing, right? Is what, like, I kept going back and asking questions and you'd answer and then I'd go away and I'd think about it and I'd go back and say, but like, I'm floored that people, and by people I mean small business owners, aren't doing this.
Yeah.
I just, it's such a no-brainer that I question, what am I overlooking that I dove in so hard
Yeah.
to this, right?
No, but you're someone who it caught you. You get it.
Yeah.
I've heard so many excuses too. I understand a lot of people don't have the time.
Yep.
So that's one. Or like, I don't need that. My kid can do that on TikTok for me.
Yeah.
They have an iPhone. I don't need you.
Yeah.
So that's fine too. I mean, people are very successful with like social media videos that they just do on their phone. But if you want to like level up or like have that opinion from someone who has studied it, or
Right.
just like anybody in the staff can help you. So I don't know. It's just I've heard a list of things, and that's fine. I mean, it's like trying to make people go to the doctor. There's some people, they don't want to go to the doctor.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
You know, it's like I'll figure it out myself. So
yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just yes, and
Some-
it's not just this is not judgment. This is just kind of
That's-
questionable observation.
Yeah, and I don't want to sit here and sound like I'm like bashing people, but yeah, like I said, every day is like hey, we can help. Like I want to help you, please.
She's very good at what she does.
She's very good. Yes,
She's very good. I have a question because I watched some of the TikTok little clips, and whatever you call it.
TikTok little clips.
Yeah. And sometimes I wonder, I'm like, okay, well, this is great. It's really, I don't see, how will I put it? It doesn't interest me. Okay. What trends do you feel are here to stay? And what trends you feel are going to be out sooner than later?
Before you answer, can we have a little diversity duo debate on this?
Oh.
I watch TikTok every day.
Yeah.
Good for you.
It is absolutely my downtime.
Yeah, me
Really?
too.
Okay.
It is my downtime.
All right.
I want to see, and this makes me terrible, I want to see brides fall down. It
that's
me
your
laugh.
algorithm?
It makes me laugh. I want to see interesting conversation. Yeah, if I hear of someplace new, I go to TikTok and I say, oh, somebody's been there and they've taken a video of it.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
well,
there's nothing
before
wrong with
Alaska, like we got a full rundown on each port that we were going to go to, and
Yeah.
so it's interesting. I don't, and I'm certainly not saying it's an age thing because
No, of course
you and
not.
I are much closer than
Yes,
Yvana and I.
But you know what? I really follow Instagram. I love everything that gets posted there.
Yeah.
I mean, I can go to any beach in Puerto Rico from Instagram, and I can almost smell the food that is there. So I think it's a matter of which platform delivers what you're seeking. And to me, Instagram do it for me.
Yeah.
Funny, and I never go on Instagram.
See? so Ivana, back to the question: what trends do you see here to stay, and what trends do you see on the way out?
Well, I'm on both TikTok and Instagram. I think those are here to stay, especially TikTok, because it can be so niche. Like it has an algorithm. It figures out exactly what you want to see. So the more you use TikTok, the more addicting it is.
Yes.
Maybe you just haven't used it long enough.
Or maybe I don't have an addictive personality.
Maybe.
Oh, I love the chorus right here. That was great.
Yeah, we were in harmony.
We were.
Yes, we were.
So I definitely see that staying because companies can use it to advertise. You can use it for entertainment. You can mix the two. I've seen companies like do funny videos with their staff or just like about their brand, and they go viral. And now all of a sudden you want a Coca-Cola, like it works. Like you can tell it works. The results are there. Things like I don't know. I feel like social media in general is here to stay, but like I feel like Facebook and different things like that are kind of, not that they'll go away, but like my grandma's on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
And I hate to say that, but like it's just a lot of, I left Facebook because it was just like I was using it a lot, but also I wasn't getting anything out of it.
Right.
Okay.
It's just
Right.
like a lot of stuff like advertised to, I don't know. I don't want to say
Yeah.
like anything wrong, but
And I want to jump in before Lisa asks you the next question. I've noticed now the trend on LinkedIn. Before, you didn't see this many young people coming in and doing little, what do you call them? Reels.
Are they
clips.
Vines? Are we
No.
going to talk
You
about
just stuck with
Vines
the
again?
Vines again. Oh my God.
Just want to give a little shout out to
died a
Elijah.
long time ago.
Thank you. Can you say it again? Okay. So, and I see more the Gen Zers now on LinkedIn promoting stuff.
Yeah.
And I find that interesting, very
Yeah.
interesting. So do you see the next generation using LinkedIn? Do you see LinkedIn here to stay?
I think so. Yeah, I go on LinkedIn a lot more now, and I've noticed that too. Like, one of our college interns, he went from high school intern to college intern like over the summer, and he just added me on LinkedIn, and it's like, oh, okay, there's people in the younger generation. They realize like, let's build the resume now.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because when I was 18 and a freshman in college, I wasn't thinking about like building a resume. I just wanted to get through college. But now it's like you have to have those extracurriculars.
Right.
You have to have your internships and list them all here. But it's a resource. It's good.
Yep.
I mean, he's a really good example because he was getting a lot of like reactions from it, and he told me when he was here that like other people his age were like, how did you already get all of this media experience? And he's like, I go to MCM. I go there on
Nice.
break, and I go there over the summer, and I intern for them, and I edit for them. So yeah, I think things like LinkedIn are here to stay because you need a place to like show all of your accomplishments.
Absolutely.
That isn't in like a Instagram, TikTok way where, you need that resume building, I guess.
One of the things I've loved is that Elijah, our producer, he has his company ET Lensworks. My apologies. There's an S at the end. And one of the things that I've really enjoyed is that we bring him in and the two of you chit chat about things, quite honestly, and no offense, not interested in hearing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Same here.
But that you two have this rapport and his skill set increases, right? And again, to bring it back to the education piece from MCM, that's one of the benefits, I think, right? So here's this kind of budding future, career professional in media, and you're here giving guidance and offering that. And
Yeah.
it's pretty amazing. And I'm just going to throw this out there as I like to, I'm thinking a TikTok for the diversity duo should happen.
I think you
You
should
know
do
what?
it.
I think it should happen.
I'm fluid and adaptable, and let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a lot of podcasts on TikTok.
TikTok is not banned.
No, it's back.
It's back.
Yeah, it's back
it
in the
came
App
back.
Store.
Yes, it came back.
They banned it and then they
Like
brought
for
it back, but they
48
took it out the
hours?
App Store.
Yeah.
The 48
It was
hours.
48 hours.
And then they put it back in the App Store. So there's people who bought phones for
The
like
$10,000 phone?
Yeah, thousands of dollars because they couldn't re-download TikTok.
So they bought a phone that already had the TikTok embedded in their apps.
Holy
$10,000.
moly.
Yeah.
And now they're probably really sad because it's back.
48 hours
It's
later, it was
that
back.
costly confusion and chaos of this administration.
Can you share with us one story or one experience where you were able to work with somebody and they brought their ideas or dreams to fruition? That will be a success story for MCM.
Yeah. I mean, I think the diversity duo is the best example right now of that.
I love her. I love her.
But honestly, it's taken off. You guys are consistent. You see the benefit in using MCM as a resource. And we talk about you every week in staff meeting about like,
Again,
wow, they're going
I
to be back
love
again on
her.
another Friday. So, and like, it's funny that all of the staff here is so shocked that someone is committed to coming every Friday, coming in
That's
every Friday.
unfortunate.
It's unfortunate, but
Yeah.
it's a success that it can be done.
Yep.
And like, if you stick with it,
Absolutely.
you'll have this final product that you can use and help other people and connect with other people.
You want to hear something funny? The three of us, we have the personality that we will die on that hill.
Yeah.
We work so hard in this. We meet once a week. We exchange ideas. We do research. He's always telling us, you have to do this. You have to do. He's a little. He's a producer, so he's always telling us what to do.
No, that's what producers should do.
He's great, and we just. This is why we work so well. There's such a good synergy between the three of us, and even though he is a younger generation, we do listen to him, and we have learned a lot from the two of you.
That's awesome.
I think we've learned everything about doing this, right? Like literally, we just show up. Like we do have to do research, right? So we know where you went to school, and we know blah, blah, blah. We know those particular things that we're going to find if we just do a quick search. To me, that's not the exciting part. Like to me, I want to hear your thoughts and ideas about where you're going to go, how media is going to be important. I love that you two love to talk about the camera
production
angles
side,
and all that. I don't know about that. I have to pretend they don't exist, right? Even this thing sometimes, like I just look at you and I think we're just having a conversation. But and that's my hope, is that we have a conversation and it brings you out of your shell a little bit, so we get to find out who you are, because we have an audience that speaks, an audience that's kind of nationwide, which has been really nice. You know, sometimes, and we talk a lot about this, you know, we talk about Massachusetts a lot. We just, our previous show was about Northeastern. Now we're talking about Marshfield. And, but I keep saying Marshfield is just Marshfields.
Right.
Yeah.
It could be Marshfield, throw the state name in after it. It doesn't matter.
We always get calls from people from Wisconsin.
Really?
Yes, and they're like, "Oh, you're the TV people," and we're like, "Yeah, we are," but I think you're in the wrong area code. Like the more they talk, it's like, "Oh no, wrong state."
Wrong state.
Just throwing that in. It's a hilarious like thing that happens like once a month. I just get a call from like Marshfield, Wisconsin.
Marshfield, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
But it's a great point. So they have a media center?
I guess so. Or they're looking for like their Comcast or something.
Interesting.
okay.
I've had people try and pay their Comcast bill, and then they give their address and like, yeah, because I live over there on whatever street.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't exist in Marshfield, Massachusetts. So
Yvana, what would you like to see happening from the community to make MCM grow and make other communities aware of it? Because I'm not from Marshfield. I'm from Taunton. The producer is from Franklin, and here we are.
yeah,
When I heard Lisa talking about, MCM and you, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's absolutely do it. And the first day we walked in and you're teaching us all of this, my head was spinning. But it was such good information. And you telling us, yeah, you have to help out, put together, take down. And now we do it like it's second nature to us.
yeah.
So what would you like for the community to do for MCM?
We just need support. We need, every company needs money. We're a nonprofit. Membership is good, like I said. If you ever need any of our equipment or our studio space, but there are people who just, they don't need any, like they don't need cameras or a studio. But if they can donate, that would be great, because we, like I said earlier, we put local things on the air. So we have people who, they want to make sure that their grandkids' hockey game is going to be on the air, or like that we're going to be at the next government meeting. But if we go away, if we don't have the funding, you won't know what's happening in your town. So maybe you don't want to produce a show, or you don't want to make TikTok videos, but you need to know the information that's happening in town, or you just, you want to be entertained, or you want to know about the businesses in town, or you want to see your kids play sports, then you should support, basically. And that'll keep us growing, and that'll keep us, basically we're at a point where we just need to stay alive.
And that's important for the Tee Up program, the Tee Up Gear Up.
Yeah, the
right?
Tee Up to Gear Up. And it's take 2 because we did it last year. And it's May 9th, 5 o'clock to 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Right now we're looking for sponsors for the event or any raffle items that you can donate. That was where we made a lot of money last year. People bought raffle tickets, and we gave out some really cool prizes.
Okay.
And then people also bought tickets to the event, but we'll have ticket information around April, like the end of March, April, and people can just come and, use the Winslow's driving range, and then there's a bar and different things. It was a really fun event. Like, even as a staff member, like, it was really, really fun, and we got to know people, and you're like playing these interactive golf games with people from the chamber, and like just something you didn't think you'd ever be able to do, like face off with someone from the chamber. But we're always looking for donations. But this is the main event right now.
And this is exciting. And so just to kind of reinforce this, it's not just business owners, right? You have, a $1,500 sponsorship or $250 sponsorship up to a $1,500. Mm-hmm. That's great for businesses. And for people, you're looking for what are some raffle items and what are some donations. So
Yes.
if little Timmy is playing hockey or basketball and you want to be able to see him on TV, how about help out the Marshfield Community Media?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we always push, because Marshfield is a big sports town as well.
Yes.
They're really good at hockey and really good at football. All of the teams are amazing, really. And we get calls from like grandmas in Florida.
Nice. Okay.
And they're like, Billy's game is on Friday. Like, are you gonna go live with it? And we have sometimes we can't because we don't have the staffing or we don't have the interns to run the camera. So far, we're very consistent. We've done really well. But if we go away, if we don't have the funding and Marshfield Community Media just shuts down, someone has to now use their cell phone, or you have to make sure, an aunt or a cousin or a brother is there, or you go out and buy your own camera. And who wants to do that when we just do it for free?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So we're saying one Celtics ticket, right? One Celtics ticket for little Timmy's basketball game for the season.
Yeah.
How about that?
That's not bad.
Easy peasy, right?
Yeah.
One of the many resources that MCM offers, and to me and the team has been great, is the fact that with the membership, you get to use all the equipment.
Yes.
Case in point, the Diversity Duo is heading to New York to an event, and we're going to be taking all of the equipment that we need with us. So the membership is not that much. I think it's right on point, and the amount of resources that you'll receive for that price, it is absolutely fantastic.
I would say it's too low.
I would say it's too low.
A lot of
well.
people have said that. A lot of people think that our production services rates are too low as well.
So
But
I would love to hear about that. Because I'm just
catch it while you can before we
Yes.
raise the prices.
Yeah, but I mean, so
You should,
I hope you don't mind if we put it out there, right? So it's for the business rate. I know there's a lifetime membership, but for the business, we pay $100 a year,
That's it.
and we have multiple people on the account.
We do.
And I'm not begging you to raise the price. I'm not. But for us, I think we have. We're on our 7th, 8th, 9th episode at this point. We have your services. We have all of this wonderful equipment. And I just think, again, an amazing of the investments I've done as a small business. This one is stellar in my book.
I agree.
So donate.
Please donate. This is a great cause. We would not be talking about it if it was otherwise. So, Yvana,
Yes.
what? I love your name.
Thank
That's
you.
why I keep on saying it. What advice would you give to somebody that wants to start in this field, regardless of age? What advice will you give them?
Start as soon as you can and do all of the hands-on experiences that you can. Like I said before, media is a very hands-on field. So unless you're into like producing, well, even then, if you're into producing, try to produce something. If you're like in elementary school, get your friends together, produce something that you're filming on your phone or something. But
Do you have a lot of kids come in?
we have high school kids. We have
Okay.
high school interns. There is a high school intern that started when he was like 8, way before I worked here. Now he's 16, I think, and he has his own media company. He does what we do on his own. He goes out and makes videos for businesses and things like that.
Amazing.
He has
That's
his own
amazing.
podcast that he sometimes does here, or he'll do it in his basement at
You
home.
can shout out his name if you'd
His
like.
name is Aiden. His company
Hi,
is called
Hi, Aiden.
Aiden Productions, I think.
Aiden Productions.
Yeah, and he's been interviewing, he interviewed the national anthem singer for the Bruins. He brought him in to the studio.
Amazing.
Nice.
Amazing. Good for you, Aiden.
Yeah, so, but that's the age you start. If you know at a young age that you want to do media,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be your career path. You don't have to do it into your 80s.
Sure.
But if you know you want to, do as much as you can. Get used to introducing yourself to people and letting them know your skill set, and just take all the opportunities to learn how to edit, how to film, and the more you do it, the better you get at it. Like most jobs and most skills, you can't say you want to be in media and then you don't actually pick up a camera, or you don't actually pick up any equipment, or you don't try to edit, because it's always evolving. So by the time you pick it up, it'll be 10 steps ahead of you.
Yes. Right.
So start as soon as you can. And I think, that's what
I love
would
that
say.
because it feels like when somebody says, I want to be a writer, like you can't say I want to be a writer.
Yeah.
You're a writer.
Yeah, you have to write.
You have to
be-
write. If you
to
write,
do
you're a
right.
writer.
Yes.
Being a successful writer, that's a different story. You didn't say that, right?
Yeah,
right. And
that's
I
the
think that's
thing.
similar with media, and we see that with Aiden, whose videos we're going to check
Yeah.
out, right? With Elijah, like we see this. Again, TikTok. What a great opportunity to see so many people, all different ages, come to the table, and people are funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's really good personalities out there, and there's room for diversity. There is room for
Amen.
all kinds of voices and all kinds of faces.
Amen.
And everyone's funny is different. So,
Yeah.
um,
I will add to that, in the past I've worked for a news station. Some media is like engineering. So maybe you're not a creative type, but there's room for everybody in media.
I
So
like that.
we also need the really strong people who put the lights up, or someone who's technically smart to fix things or light a studio. Like we had to bring someone in to put the lights up in the ceiling in this studio. That's also why I love media, because I feel like I'm a creative person, but I also like to know how things are put together. Like I feel like I have a mix of like loving to come up with ideas, but also like sometimes I wish I could just take this microphone apart and figure out how it works, I'm not going to do that. Just if my boss is watching, Sean, I'm not going to take apart the microphone. But yeah, so there's a place for everyone in media. Like if you're
Right.
talking about diversity, you don't have to be like someone who's on camera either.
Right.
Everyone assumes when you say you're in media, it's like, oh, well, then you have to be cute and you're really into makeup and, no, maybe I want to run the camera. Maybe I want to run the big
Right.
jib camera that sweeps over the crowd at a basketball game. I don't, or maybe I'm just really good at fixing things. So there's in like news stations, there's an IT section that just, or like even a shop section. It's just guys and women and guys who are just into like fixing things.
Right.
And they're really smart and they know how to like take apart or like build a set.
Right. Right.
I met someone recently who builds sets for like plays and media, and those people are valuable too.
So there are multiple moving parts
Yeah.
at the same time. When you say media, it's not just the person in front of the camera or in front of the microphone.
Yeah.
Too many moving parts.
Yeah, there's so many moving parts. And from my experience, even in the last like 5 years, like it's my perspective has expanded vastly, because you just, growing up, you see TV and you just see what the pretty parts of it,
Yep.
basically.
Right.
And it's not as glamorous as you think. And you can say that to people as many times as you want, and it still doesn't click until they go into a studio and they see like yes, your local news station that looks pretty. They have wires everywhere, just like we do here.
Exactly, yes. People everywhere. with
Everywhere.
wires.
In a way that doesn't like violate OSHA laws.
Right,
But-
that's right. That's right.
No violation to us.
Well, so we just before we, because we do multiple in a day. So we just had some students from Northeastern, and when they walked in the door, and it's like, well, be careful of those wires. Oh, step over here. Don't hit the camera. Come in. You walk sideways this way until they got into their chair, and you could see them looking around. And I thought, I remember that day. I mean, it feels like it was years ago at this point,
Right.
which is crazy. But I can remember thinking, oh my God, there's so many lights.
Yeah.
There's these cameras there. I'll never get over the fact there's a camera here.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
not
in this
about
case,
it.
three.
Yeah.
3 cameras, people. And you know what they say when they sat here? They said, this is so nice.
Yeah.
We did not envision this. This is not what we were thinking.
Yeah.
This is really professional.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And that was like yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, nowadays people are making podcasts like on their couches,
Yes.
I know.
So to have a space, to be able to come to a nice studio space that's set up for podcasting or for a TV show, it just levels up. It levels you up.
Yeah.
And it's not only nice. I want people to know it's very clean. There's bathrooms here. So, I mean, and there's so many different little studios, and there are people constantly here.
Yeah. Our staff is really great. We have 5 people right now. That's the other thing about community media. It's usually a small group, so it's very personal. And we have like our personal connections. I feel like each staff member has like people that we're their go-to.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with that. We all can help you in a different way, but we've built those relationships with different members and different people in town, which is really, really great. Like you don't get that anywhere else. Like if you're working in media, yeah, you'll have community, but when you can talk to people like Lisa and like Maria, and you're making a difference, it's really valuable to me. It makes me happy.
Oh, thank you.
Well,
That
you
was
make us
lovely.
happy. Thank you.
You make us very happy. I think we mention you in pretty much every
Every podcast we mention Ivana. So here's Ivana. So
Now you finally
I'm here.
Ivana.
I exist. I'm real.
Yes, you do, and thank God for that. Ivana, what advice do you give Gen Zers and the next generation, the Alphas? What advice do you give them about life in general? And if you want to throw in something about social media, we're fine with that as well.
Life in general. Don't take anything for granted. I was thinking also about like the episode I helped with, where Elijah was being interviewed. And he said a lot of really good things. Like people are always surprised that he's a Gen Z guy. Yeah, I think have the perspective that he has, where like if you don't know it, you can learn it.
Yeah.
If you
Right,
said it,
amen.
like don't just stop at like I don't know that, because that can apply to anything in life, whether it's media or anything that you want to do. And that's something even like as I get older, I have to learn. Like I used to put limits on myself where it's like I don't know that, so I can't. But you have to realize like we're all kind of faking it as adults. We're all kind of faking it till we make it. You have to, if you don't have the mindset of like if I don't know, I'll learn it, then
Yes.
you'll never actually attempt to learn it. So
I love that. I love to think that today is the first time I've ever been 57 years old on February 28th.
yeah.
It's the only time. So if I don't do February 28th right today, I will hopefully learn from hopefully my 57-year-old on March 1st will say February 28th, 57-year-old needed to clean up this particular piece.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with that, this is Maria. Thank you for listening. I want to leave you with this quote. It's one of my favorite quotes, and it goes, "Let's continue to amplify diverse voices and foster meaningful dialogues.
And I'm Lisa. We're the Diversity Duo, and we'll see you again next week. Thank you.